Cooking with Chef James. I'm here today with Alex. He will be my sous chef. We are going to be making some great tasting crab cakes. So what we're going to be doing is making some crab cakes. People often ask, can you make a good crab cake, or how do you make crab cake, chef? So I have Alex here to help me. I think they're going to be even better because he's here.
Hey, that would be the best.
So, but what we have here, so we're just going to do a list of our ingredients. We have some lump crab meat. We have some claw crab meat. We just have some of the crab that they yield from the body. Then we have some claws. So these are our fillers. People be like, what you gonna do? What you gonna put in it? These are our fillers. You can get this at any local grocery store. If you can get fresh crab, Dungeness crab, I would, or lump crab, have at it. But this is what we'll be using today for our ingredients. Let me slide that. We have a little mayo, a little panko breadcrumbs, a little mustard, a little Cajun seasoning with some paprika, some garlic powder, some red pepper flakes, just because, you know, we like it a little spicy. So there we go. What else we have, Alex?
We got diced bell pepper, green, red, and
Celery. So we're gonna keep this simple. We have some fresh parsley that we're gonna add to it. This recipe would make probably about 10 to 12 crab cakes. So we're gonna get started, Alex. If I can get you, just show the people some of your nice skills and dice that up while I put some of the crab in the bowl over here. Now, we don't want to add a bunch of unnecessary stuff. I know people put a bunch of bread and crackers. We're not going to do that. We're going straight crab heaven. You ever make a crab cake?
No, not really. In El Salvador, this is more an American tradition. In El Salvador, we eat the crabs.
We eat the crabs, ain't?
Yeah.
Ain't no letting it sit around and hang out.
Yeah.
For the party to come to, huh?
No.
So we have that in there. Store that. Alex got and you want to put a fine dice on your peppers. You don't want them big and bulky. You just want a little bite on them so you can get the flavor, the full flavor of the crab. We don't want to overbear it with a bunch of peppers.
Green pepper too?
Yep, just a little bit of green pepper. I just wanted them to see them knife skills you got, brother.
Hey.
You all right with me?
Just look at this knife, man.
Look at that. You like that?
Oh, yeah.
It works for you? He tries to talk about my knives, but my insurance is it doesn't activate on the weekends. Okay? So don't cut yourself. So we have our crab all in the bowl. You can see all that beautiful crab. We have that there. And what we want to do, we just want to incorporate this, mix it together. Yeah, there you go. Cut up a little lemon juice. So in our bowl, you can see I might need a bigger bowl. This may work. We're going to cook these two ways. We're going to put it in the oven and in our skillet.
Seafood is life.
I could pretty much eat seafood every day. What about you?
Bro, I could eat seafood 366 days a week.
366, there it is. 366 days a week. You can eat the seafood. So we have our celery cut up. Once again, it doesn't have to be overworked or fine diced. You just don't want any big chunks. So from there, we're gonna add maybe 1/4 cup of mayo. This acts as a binder. Some brown mustard. Some Dijon if you have Dijon. And this is going to work as our binder. Usually you add a bunch of people put a bunch of eggs, a bunch of bread. We're not going to do all that because we want to taste the crab. The crab is where it's at. So how that's feeling? That's feeling like you're gonna be able to make it work.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put a little panko, maybe a 1/2 cup of panko breadcrumbs. We have some red pepper flakes. Bam, we're gonna add that in there because if you don't have a little spice, it ain't nice.
And it's not life.
And it's not like. Then we have some of our granulated garlic. Get that in there. Once again, maybe a 1/4, maybe like 4 teaspoons, and then our mixture of paprika and any Cajun seasoning that you want to use. We're gonna get that in there. Maybe 3 to 4 teaspoons again. Bam, we got that going. Taste this, right? I'm gonna put the spoon so we can taste it. And it's okay. Taste your food along the way. Let me grab this. We're gonna add a little more. We're gonna add a little parsley to it. Because we didn't put any parsley in there, right?
No.
It's not cilantro. I know y'all know I use a lot of cilantro. We're just gonna add some parsley in there for some freshness. Bring that over here. Then a juice. We'll start with the juice of a 1/2 of a lemon. In Spanish, is this a lemon?
Lima.
Lemon.
Lima.
Lima. And what about a lime? Is a lime a lime?
Limon.
Lemon. Look at, I just put y'all on something. I just put y'all on. Don't say Chef James, don't ever try to look out for you. So this lemon.
Lima.
Lima. There it is. So a juice of 1 lima. We're gonna start with 1.
So
The 1/2.
most Hispanics, they just use it to make
Drinks.
yes.
Well, we have some drinks too. We got a little wine. So now we got to taste it, right? We don't want to knead it like it's dough. We still want them lumps to be lumps. We just gonna go ahead, get your spoon, man. No onions. If you like green onions, you can incorporate that. But Alex is allergic to that, so we're not gonna put that in there. Tastes crabby to me. If I was SpongeBob, he'd be loving me right now.
Krabby Patty.
So now, I think the rule of thumb for a good crab cake, if you grew up in the Midwest, would be a nice snowball, right? Let's put it in there. Bam. Just fit it in the palm of your hand. So we don't want to flatten them out. Well, you can, since we gonna fry some,
Yeah.
we can flatten some, but I'm gonna do some in the oven too. So the oven ones, you can let them stay nice and pretty, like that. Put that down there. Since we're gonna do some on the stove and in the oven, so I'll let Alex be in charge of the on the stove ones. Now this is worth your money. This is a crab cake. You didn't see a bunch of bread in there. You didn't see any of that stuff. This is what you want your crab cake to look like. Booyah. Set that baby up. And guess what you don't have to worry about? You don't have to worry about not cooking it through because everything is cooked. The crab is cooked, the veggies are fresh, and we didn't use anything raw. So if you use an egg for a binder, then you gotta spend more time wondering if it's cooked because you had the egg in there. So we don't have to do that. Boom, so we're gonna start there. So I'm gonna show you a trick. I think these would hold up, but just in case they wouldn't, right? Let me show you. We got a hot wok, cold oil, full wood stick. We got our oven on 425. Before you do, show you something. Let's see here. I think I got a little breadcrumbs for the ones that we are going to fry. It's just a little trick, right? Put a little mustard on your hand, Alex. pick up your crab cake and just put it on there a little bit. The mustard, get the mustard from you. You can add a little more. The mustard won't come through over, but you wouldn't know it was mustard in there unless I told you it was mustard in there. But this, it just acts as a binder to pick up some of the breadcrumbs. So put your crab cake, boom, turn it over. Now just put it in your hand and just sprinkle some of the crab cake in there. There you go. That'll give you a little crust on it since we're gonna fry it. You can sit it there. Now, if you have time to do this and let it set up, if you can let it set up overnight or for an hour in the refrigerator, you're doing yourself some service. But if not, it's okay. We're gonna see how these turn out just like this. We got our fire going over here. Our oil is ready. And these should cook approximately like, all we're really doing is getting a crisp on the breadcrumb. So about 3 to 5 minutes, Alex, and you're good. So if you want to go ahead and drop yours in there, and that's in there, and then we're going to put these in the oven on 425 degrees in your oven. Booyah. We got these in our pan. And once again, it's on a medium-high heat. We're gonna take our little pretty half of lemon. Booyah. And out of our skillet. Nice and golden. Like my name was the Mac. Booyah. What we have going, just letting that crab cake, you see it's already cooked, and because we didn't use any egg, all we're doing is getting a crunch on that exterior. Some people like it with some crunch, some people don't. I'm a no crunch. I'll take mine out of the oven any day. Just get you a nice pretty plate for your crab cakes because it deserves that. It's crab cakes. This is how we can do this. Show you plating 2 different ways. So we're going to start off with dressing the plate. What I have here is some lemon caper aioli, lemon dill caper aioli. Now you want to make your plate look pretty, right? I'm all for the plating. Put that down there. Damn, look at that. Then we go to our silver plate. Where did we get silver plate from? I don't remember. Silver plate down there. Make it look pretty. This can be an appetizer, or it can be an entire meal. Put that down there. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? A little parsley, not cilantro, just parsley this time, y'all. A little parsley. And because we have a caper dill sauce, we're gonna add us a couple of capers on the plate. Woo. There you go. And if you really want to get fancy, you could just hit you a little drizzle. But here we go. Cooking with Chef James crab cakes. And since Alex is the guest today, Alex, taste that for the people, man. I don't know how much of a seafood fan you are, but you know, sometimes you gotta invite some friends to the party. So you get you a fresh shucked oyster.
It's awesome.
Get you a fresh shucked oyster. You get that crab cake down there, right? And we still have one in the oven. I haven't forgotten about you. I ain't forgot about you. Hit the broiler, turn the fan on. So we have the one in the oven, right? Oyster, boom. What we need? Need a little pepper.
We need some hot sauce.
A little sea salt, going to taste like the sea.
Yes, sir.
And we got, what kind of hot sauce is that?
Some michelada hot sauce.
Micheladas. Well, let me see it too. Let me see it. There you go. We're going to invite them to the party, right? Boom. Just with a dab of Tabasco. Booyah. Once again, we have to dress it up. Can't just have them out here hanging out by themselves. Add a little of our friend to that. So we have a crab cake and oyster appetizer with a lemon caper aioli. Booyah. I'll do the honors of tasting this. I don't want you to get too full, you know what I mean? Get you a big fork, okay? Don't get the little fork, because this is a big crab cake. Get you a big fork. You go in for some of that crab cake. Let me discard those. I don't need those anymore. Going for some of that crab cake. Look at that. See all that goodness? See all that smoke? Who wants the smoke? I want all the smoke. Look how much smoke I want after everybody eat that. Crab cake out of the oven, because we wanted to do them 2 ways. Get our lemon dill aioli down. Get that down there. We're gonna get us some capers on our plate. And if you ever wonder what a caper tastes like, it's like just a little pop of salt, like a briny raisin almost. You put that crab cake down there. Make that the star of the show. Get that on there, right? Man. Melt your little butter. Now, if you was on the diet, it's not for you. So, that is that crab cake. So that was our version of crab cakes. Got you a little sip of wine. Like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. This is Chef James and Alex. We out.